Welcome to the Blitz Show. Mahomes versus Love. Derek, Sunday Night Football, Week 13, Kansas City, Green Bay. I mean, the Blitz is still cruising. 25% ROI on leans and plays, which is crazy. 30% on plays alone. Plus money, winning again Thursday Night Football, another 2-1. And here we go to Lambeau. Chilly weathers, 33 degrees. Do you put much, really? I haven't prepped this at all. Just throwing you right under the bus. Do you handicap? Like, is there a temperature that actually does something to the output?
Yeah, there is a temperature component that goes into the blitz. It's a small factor. It doesn't matter that much, but it is in there. The colder it gets, especially something like this, it has a little bit of an impact. It's not something that you're going out of your way to, add to like a manual handicap, but in a projection where you can account for everything, might as well put it in there. It has a little bit of an effect, and cold is generally worse for offense, especially passing offense.
All right. Last time we saw Green Bay on Thanksgiving, they were doing damage in Detroit. Chiefs -6, total 42.5. Let's get to it. We got leans, we got plays. Jordan Love under 15.5 rush yards, -110. Time of recording on Saturday, 365. That's a lean. Are we buying the dip here, Derek, after a 39-yard performance in prime time where everybody saw him rush for, like I said, those 39 yards? If you look at the numbers, there's a lot of noise to what he's done versus indoor and outdoor games. 15.5 is a big number here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's kind of been all over the board this year. I don't think this is one that we should feel super confident is going to cash easily. This isn't an immobile quarterback. Like, they will give him some design runs. He will scramble. He will get some yards. The blitz, though, is projecting about 5 yards under the line here. And so, it shows solid value, not amazing value. That's why we're calling it a lean, but there's definitely some value on this.
All right, let's tuck away Jordan Love under 15.5 rushing yards, -110. And then a full-fledged play. Isaiah Pacheco under 2.5 receptions, +125. That's at Canby Books, Bet Rivers there. Now, we hit him 2 weeks ago. He had the one catch. That was a winner. He went off again last week. I think he had 5 catches. Another good time to buy the dip. But you hear people talking about their handicap within it. Oh, there's the opposing defense is so good at defending running back receptions, which is an odd thing to say and probably an odd thing to handicap against. But how much of that is actually in the projection, and should people kind of maybe not look into it as much as they are?
Yeah, I say it frequently where defensive stats do not have as much signal as a lot of people really kind of want them to. The blitz does account for it, but it's very noisy. You have to account for regression. You have to account for just there being a lot of noise and variance in the stat. So this does profile as, in that direction, but not to the extent, that some people might blow it out to be. A lot of this comes down to Kansas City being a solid favorite here, playing from ahead, potentially not going to be throwing as much. A slow-ish pace game, especially Green Bay plays a little bit on the slower side. And we have Jerick McKinnon, in line to suit back up again this week, which I think was a big part of the spike for Pacheco last week. McKinnon normally is in there getting, 5 to 10% of the targets, and Pacheco just soaked all of those routes, all those targets up last week. So with McKinnon back, I'd expect Pacheco to go back to more of his normal role. Helps that Kadarius Toney is back as well. I mean, a lot of times you see him run those low A-dot routes that, maybe they were running some with Pacheco last week. So this is a spot where the blitz is projecting about 2.25. So not a huge difference. This projects to win about 59% of the time, but at +125, that's really good value.
There are 2 things you want to dodge on playing these running back under receptions. The 2-minute warning is absolutely paramount. If you can get Jerick McKinnon in that 2-minute role, that's huge. And then, like you said, the thing that's handicapped probably the most is Kansas City being a near touchdown favorite. And if you've ever had running back over receptions and your team's up by 10 points, it's you know how hard they can be to get. So game script and hopefully the McKinnon and the Toney things certainly can cut into something which we saw 5 receptions from Pacheco. So don't be running out to go get that over under is a play here, 2.5 at plus 125. So Love under rushing, 15.5 minus 110. That's a lean. Pacheco under 2.5 receptions plus 125. That's a play heading into the Sunday night, and that will do us here at the Blitz, brought to you by Covers. We'll see you back here Monday Night Football, Jake Browning versus Trevor Lawrence.